Hi there, my name is Hidde, and together with my cameraman Dennis, we travel throughout Europe to interview alumni of the University of Twente. In this series, we'll travel all over Europe to interview 6 alumni of the University of Twente. And we're on a mission to discover the DNA of the University of Twente. In this episode, we're in Toulouse to interview Sietse Booltink, who completed the mechanical engineering program in 2007 and who is currently aerospace stress engineer at Airbus. Well, hi Sietse. Thanks for meeting us here at this lovely spot close to your working environment, which is an airport. You work at Airbus, which is right behind you. You even work on that plane, I believe.
Yeah, so that's the A350-900, I think. So it's a plane I worked on.
Well, amazing. Dennis and I are both great fans of airplanes. First of all, you studied at the University of Twente.
Yes.
When was this? Around what time?
I started in 1997. So I started doing studies of mechanical engineering.
Mm-hmm.
So,
Mechanical engineering.
Yes.
And you continue to do that as your current job?
Yeah, well, not exactly the same, but so after I finished my studies, so maybe you want me to tell you how I end up here?
Yeah, I'm very curious. How did you end up in Toulouse specifically?
So basically, when I was doing mechanical engineering, I did an internship with the Leonardo da Vinci project, European project. I don't know if it still exists, but it's a project where they have an exchange of students. And I ended up here at the CNES. It's the National French Space Agency. Mm-hmm. So I did an internship here. And then during this internship, I stayed like 3 or 4 months here. And then I met my wife.
Ah.
So, yes. So, and then, then after that, I had to go back to Holland after my internship. And then she came with me to Holland because I had to finish my studies. So finally, I finished my studies, and 3 years later, I think, my wife was working in Holland, and we said, well, maybe it's nice to go back to Toulouse to find some sunshine.
And it's nice sunshine.
Yes, and then at that time, Airbus was recruiting a lot of people for the A350 and A400M development. So it was a very exciting opportunity for me as well to come here. Mm-hmm. And so I was hired, and so that was that.
A good reason to go here.
Yeah, of course, yes. And now it's still, we're still here, 13 years later, I think we're still here. So.
And do you ever plan to then move back again to the Netherlands and then stay there again?
Or? You never know. But for the moment, I don't think so. But you never know. It depends.
So would you then recommend current students to do internships and fall in love with people, or is it more complete?
No, sure. I think it's a really great experience to do an internship in a foreign country. I think it's an eye-opener. It's something you really, if you go somewhere, especially I went by myself, so I didn't know anybody here. I didn't speak the language. Mm-hmm. So you go somewhere and you find yourself in a situation which is not common. So you're really a bit lost. And then it's really good opportunity to meet new people, to see new things. And I think you have another vision of your own country after as well. And it changes you as a person, I think. So it's really a good, I think if you have the possibility to do it, you should do it.
And you've now fully settled here. You speak the language, you're part of the culture.
Yeah, now it's okay. Yeah, it's because my wife is French, so we speak a lot of French at home as well. So, yeah.
And perhaps very curious to know that you started studying in the year that I was born. Mm. I have no idea what the University of Twente was like back then. Yeah. What was it like? If you should describe the student time back then.
I think I look back at the student time really satisfying. I think it was really a great period of my life. I think the university, I really enjoyed going to the university. I think the campus is I don't know if it's changed now because I didn't go there for like 15 years.
There's still a campus.
So I think that was really nice, and a really nice, relaxed atmosphere, I think. So I really enjoyed studying there, and also the way. Well, one of the reasons why I chose the University of Twente as well was the project based education.
Mm-hmm.
So it was not focused on let's say doing your topics, your theory, but it was really from the beginning really focused on projects with other people working on design and engineering topics. So it's really interesting, and I think it fits really well with with the job I do now. It's also it's all about this projects, deadlines, stuff to develop. So it's
yeah, because currently you are still doing projects. So many years later.
Yeah, so I started out as a stress engineer.
Mm-hmm.
Working here. Then after I went to more.
By the way, what's a stress engineer? That means that you're stressing out a lot, or
yeah, no, it's stress calculations on parts of the fuselage of the aircraft.
Make sure it doesn't split.
Make sure that it doesn't break. So doing all the mechanical calculations. So I started out like that, and then after I went to stress lead. So I was managing a small team of stress people, and now I'm more like in a technical project leader position. So it's more about organizing engineering projects, so making sure the budget is okay, the planning is okay, creating ideas for incremental development, let's say, so new developments on the aircraft.
Mm-hmm. So would you then still be an engineer, or are
yes,
you
yes, it's it's in the engineering department. So it's really yes, I really want to stay in the technical part of the job. So it's really a technical project. So it's really important for me to stay in that part and not only doing project management. So yeah, I think.
Now I'm curious, and probably a lot of viewers as well. If you would have to give one recommendation to current students at the university, engineering students right now, what would that be? Except for doing an internship and falling in love, of course.
I think. Well, for me, I think. First of all, I think you should enjoy the time you're a student, because it's it's something I think. Well, it's hard to imagine when you're a student, but it's something you will most probably not experience again. And this freedom, and then after, I think you have to believe in yourself. I think believe that you can do the studies. Believe that you can work in a company. A really nice company, and that you enjoy your job. So
just believe in yourself.
Yeah. Don't hesitate to, like I said with the internship, to try out, to go somewhere and to experience a new environment and a job environment. So I think it's really important to see if an internship. I think it's really important to find out if it fits with what you want to do. There's a plane taking off, so.
Someone, you designed this one, or?
No, this one, no. It's an Air France, but no, it's not. It's a smaller one. It's an A320.
Sadly. Let's wait a bit, then we can cut away when the audio gets lower again. Then I think it's time to move on to our final question already. Which is the question that Dennis and I are traveling throughout Europe for, which is about finding out what connects all of the students and alumni of the University of Twente. Is there some kind of red thread that's connecting all of us, some kind of DNA of the University of Twente? So I'm really curious, what is your perspective on that?
Yeah, I thought a bit about that, but I think for me it's kind of like I don't know if I can find the word in English, actually.
Try it in Dutch or in French, but
no, in Dutch it's nuchterheid.
Okay, sobriety.
Sobriety, yeah. So it's like don't not to shout off the building that you're the best, but to do something to prove that you're very good. So yeah, I think that's that's something what really I appreciated at the people I know, and not. At the university, and what I really liked about it as well.
So being sober.
Being not sober in the way, but it's not too
down to earth.
Down to earth. That's a better.
That's one.
That's a better expression in English. Yeah, down to earth. Yeah.
Well, thank you very much for your time, and
you're welcome.
Thank you very much for watching this episode.